In our revision today, we want to solve Coulomb's law question. This is May June 2025, paper 4, variant 1. We want to look at question number 2. A helium atom may be modeled as a nucleus surrounded by two electrons in diametrically opposite circular orbits, each of radius 170 picometer, as shown in figure 2.1. State Coulomb's law. Coulomb's law states that the force between two charges is proportional to the product of their magnitude and inversely proportional to the square of their separation. Bi. State the charge on the nucleus in terms of the electron charge. Let's look at the nucleus. Here, helium atom may be modeled as a nucleus. For helium, we have mass number of 4 and atomic number of 2. This means that proton for helium is 2 and proton is positive charge. This will be plus 2e. So for the charge here, we have plus 2. Take note of this. If you make any mistake here, you will miss this part. Show that the electric force between the nucleus and one of the electrons is 1.6 times 10 raised to the power of minus 8 Newton. Since we have stated the law that F is proportional to Q1 Q2 over R squared, in which we have it that F equal to the Q1 Q2 over 4 pi epsilon naught R squared. This is what we will use to answer this question. However, it's important for you to know that for Q1, which is the charge from this center, we have 2 protons there. So 2 protons will means we have 2 of the proton charge, and that of electron because it is for one of them. Either we pick this one or we consider this one. So let's pick up this one. This will give us 2 of the proton and charge of electron divided by, in the equation, it's important for you to know that you can use this, and having known that 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught is k, in which this we can state it as F equal to k Q1 Q2 over R squared, or we state as this. Any of the two that you are comfortable with, you can use it. Okay, for the excess of this solving, let's use this one as we put these values together. So you have k times 2 of charge of proton, charge of electron, divided by the distance R squared. Now k is simply k, which is 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught, is 8.99 times 10 to the power of 9. That is what we will use. We come to this place, k, the 8.99 times 10 raised to the power of 9 times 2 times charge of proton minus 19 times charge of electron minus 19 divided by the radius 170 pm, 170 times 10 to the power of minus 12, which is for pico there, squared. This gives us 1.59 times 10 to the power of minus 8, which is equivalent to 1.6 times 10 to the power of minus 8. believe you understand it. The next question: assume that the force in BII is the only force on the electrons. Calculate the speed of the orbiting electrons. Now, if the force there is the only force, it means that it is the force that is causing this to move in a circular orbit. You say F equal to mv squared over r. That is centripetal motion. We are asked to find the speed. Speed will be square root of Fr, the distance, divided by mass of the electron. This will now take us to the force that we calculated, or 1.6 times 10 raised to the power of minus 8 times the distance that we are asked, that is 170 times 10 raised to the power of minus 12, divided by mass of electron. Mass of electron is given as 9.11 times 10 raised to the power of minus 31. You kindly take note of it. 9.11 times 10 raised to the power of minus 31. Now, this will give us 1.73 times 10 raised to the power of 6 meter per second. The next question: calculate the period of the orbit of the electrons. Having calculated the speed, we can use that to calculate the period. V equal to omega r. You can remember that. It simply means V will be 2 pi r over t. But we are asked to find the period t, and have 2 pi, the radius, divided by V. This will give us t equal to 2 pi, and this is 170 times 10 to the power of minus 12, divided by the speed we calculated, and this will give us 6.17 times 10 raised to the power of minus 16 seconds. I want you to check how you can get it. This is May June 2025, paper 4.1, question number 2. The next question: in practice, the orbit of each electron is affected by the presence of the other electron. For the position of one of the electrons, determine the ratio. Now, it's important for us to remember that electric field strength is force over charge. When we want to calculate the electric field strength due to the other electron, means that we will find the force between this one and this one. If we are to find that, the distance here will be twice what we were looking at. Will be 2 times 170 this. From there, we use that to find the force for the two electrons. Before we now look at electric field due to the nucleus. Electric field due to the nucleus, that one will be from this point to this point. The distance will be 170 pm. Let's quickly do that. For each of the electron, we will have force over charge, meaning the force will be Q1, Q2 over 4 pi. Let's use K. The radius here will be 2 of 170 times 10 raised to the power of minus 12 squared. If we are dividing it with the charge, because electric field strength equal to force over charge, that means E for this will be KQ1 Q2 over, if we open up this, we have 340 times 10 raised to the power of minus 12 all squared times Q1 Q2. The charge is there. this and this will cancel. K is here. Now we go for the second one, being the between, due to the nucleus. Due to the nucleus, we will have Q1, Q2. Remember, the nucleus has 2 proton divided by, we put K here, have 170 times 10 raised to the power of minus 12 all squared. Having gotten this, let's do the comparison. For the charge here will cancel it. The charge of proton and electron will cancel the charge of proton and electron. 2 is remaining because that is number of proton that we got, which is 2. For this now, we will have equal to, if we have a K over 340 times 10 to the power of minus 12 all squared divided by K times 2, the 2 that is here, divided by 170 times 10 to the power of minus 12 all squared. Let's multiply it. This will give us K over 340 times 10 to the power of minus 12 all squared times 170 times 10 to the power of minus 12 squared added by K times 2. K will cancel K. Now we open up this one. This goes here once. This will be 4. We now have equal to 1 divided by 4 times 2. 1 over 8 is 0.125. You may even take it to 0.13. That's the unit because it is a ratio. Take note of this. Once you understand the electric field strength, you can now put the maths part of it to get it right. Use your answer in DI to suggest and explain how the orbit of the electron is affected by the presence of the other electron. Here, we are told that in practice, the orbit of each electron is affected by the presence of another, meaning there is another force that will act. It's not going to be only the force that we had as 1.6 times 10 to the power of minus 8. For us to now consider the speed, it means that it will not just be F equal to mv squared over r. It will simply be F minus another force, whatever force, equal to mv squared over r. By implication, the resultant force will be less. The resultant force will be less. Now, if the resultant force is less, the speed will be less. That is some of the things you are going to see. The resultant force will be less than 1.6 times 10 to the power of minus 8 Newton. Another thing is that the velocity will be less. What else can we see? We also calculated V pi r over t, meaning the period will be greater. Why? Period and speed are inversely proportional. Less of this, greater of this. This is what you are expected to at least write one out of this. I want you to look at it very well and see you in our next video.